Healthier Together, sponsored by Regents Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oregon.
We're beginning a new weekly series here at KGW focused on getting healthier together. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we're going to be talking about symptoms and solutions. Studies show 30% of adults are dealing with anxiety and depression.
There's no question that during the pandemic there's been a tremendous amount of anxiety, uncertainty about what's coming. And even though we're out of the pandemic, there's still probably more changes coming. So lots of uncertainty, lots of stress, and by default, a lot of folks struggling emotionally.
Dr. James Polo is the Executive Medical Director for Regents and board certified in general psychiatry and child adolescent psychiatry. He says the first step to getting help dealing with depression is recognizing there's a problem. Symptoms include anxiety, sadness, lack of motivation, poor sleep, and change of appetite. But Dr. Polo says stress is normal. In fact, when you have a lot of stress, an emotional response is okay. The challenge, he says, is when we don't know what to do with that emotion. So how do we know if we need that extra help?
The key is if you're off your baseline and not able to get back, if those symptoms seem to be sustained over time, you're probably in a position of needing some help. If you notice that the impact to your personal life, the ability to get things done, your activities of daily living, your relationships are all being stressed, probably it's time to really actually get help.
But we know getting that help doesn't always come easily. Stigma still plays a big role in preventing many people from reaching out, especially men. According to Dr. Polo, he says studies show women are far more likely to seek help.
I think it's because culture sometimes pushes men to think they're supposed to be strong, pushes men to think they're supposed to be kind of, the caretaker of the family. And so there's a resistance to feel like, something's wrong with them. Women tend to be more intuitive, they tend to be more connected, they tend to be a little bit more able to kind of, touch on their feelings and discuss them.
He says often when men get frustrated, they're more likely to become aggressive. Women will often withdraw, but anyone can feel a wide range of emotions.
Sometimes folks don't necessarily need to see a psychiatrist. Maybe they only need some counseling. Some folks can do well even with just some self-help tools.
Now, the encouraging news is there are many options for treatment. Dr. Polo suggests checking out online resources for meditation exercises to help with that stress. And he offers this advice for the next step.
The best place to start for folks that don't know where to go is to call their family doc and just explain, hey, I'd like to make an appointment to discuss something that's important to me that I'm struggling.
And we will have another Healthier Together story every Tuesday right here on KGW News at 4. Next week, we'll talk about virtual therapy. And you can check out all of these stories at kgw.com/healthiertogether.